It is almost time, y'all. Welcome back. It is Obsessed Turf. Thanks for checking in. Man, we are almost there. We are there. And I'd say we were there last week, but we had this insane storm system that came through. Winds were crazy. They were like 65 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts, snapped the top of my pine tree off. So I was dealing with that last week. In between snowflakes and dealing with all kinds of crazy weather, it's just been nuts. But we're finally to the point where I think we're getting on the upward trend for temperatures that are going to be stable to where we can actually get out there. But because of this storm, I'm a little bit behind schedule. I should have probably cut a week ago to really stimulate growth, but that's what we're going to do today. But before we do that, we're not going to mow today. I'm running out of time. My neighbor mowed today. I wasn't real happy about that. And my wife, she even joked with me. She was like, your neighbor's mowing their lawn. I'm like, but let's get the first thing that we're gonna do. And that is this bad boy. How are you? Oh, it's been so long, but we are excited to use it. The first thing we need to do, guys, though, is we need to take care of this. We need to make sure that we are getting a good clean cut for the start of the season. This grass is just waking up. It is at its prime time for growth, right? So it's got all this energy that was stored up that from our fertilizer applications we did last year in the fall, trying to get it all prepped, all the lawn reno stuff that we did. There's a lot of resources and energy built up into that grass, and it's already starting to take off. So what we need to do, though, is we need to keep the mowing up, okay? If you want green up on your lawn, I'm not going to worry too much about fertilizers because I know that, number one, I have to continue to fill in the lawn, and that's going to be my Kentucky bluegrass. It's going to actually be able to fill in any little spots. I might have to supplement with some spot seeding here and there that I did not add prodiamine to. If you didn't see that, check out that video. But the very first thing that you want to do, guys, and the most important thing that you want to do in the spring season is to keep up with your mowing. It's not about fertilization more than it is continuing to mow, because what will happen is as you continue to cut off that leaf blade, that grass plant will redirect its resources more into lateral growth and root growth. And that's what you really want to take advantage of going into the summer months for drought tolerance and all of that stuff. You just want to have strong grass going into the dog days of summer, right? So the first thing we want to do, though, is you want clean cuts on your lawn. So we're going to go ahead, take the blade off, we're going to sharpen the blade, and I'm going to let you guys join me in on the process. We've got 3 bolts. We've got 2 here and 1 here. This middle one will take off the entire assembly, I'm pretty sure, and then these 2 hold the 2 bolts together. But I'm going to take them both apart. So we're going to go ahead and work on that. So tell me, guys, where are you right now, and have you mowed yet? Are you out there in the lawn yet, or are you still under snow? I know some of my friends a little further north, we're in the zone 6B, but I know some of you guys, you're still not in the clear yet. So I feel for you. Believe me, it's been a long time coming. So as you guys know, if you have an ego, and I think a lot of the mowers have this capability where you can put something in the put a screwdriver in here to stop the blade from spinning. When I was working on that tree, but one of the things that, I destroyed these gloves. There's like pine sap all over them. I had to rent a chainsaw. I've never used a chainsaw. And then I got it jammed up, and I learned how to disassemble a chainsaw and reassemble it because to free up the chain. So that was a bit of a nightmare. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to loosen these first, because the middle ones, or the outside ones, because that is the one that's a little bit more difficult to do after you've got it off. Learned that last year. Yeah, so that pine tree thing, it was pretty bad. It got to the point where I was able to get it all down, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got seven lawn bags filled. And then from that storm, I don't know if you guys saw my previous video where I did a lawn cleanup. Well, after that lawn cleanup with those winds, No kidding. One of these bags is from cleaning up after that wind storm, because there was so many branches and sticks laying over across the backyard. It was almost tornado-like weather. Like when we went throughout the city, like just driving around, there were trees down all over the place. It was crazy. All right. So once we get these two nuts off of here, we'll go ahead and loosen the middle one. All right, so now that we've got these outer bolts off, we'll go ahead and take off the middle. Okay, so you can see on here that luckily with the Ego blades, you can see that this says this side facing up or facing grass. So if you don't have this, just put a mark on here so you know which direction or which side your blade will go back on. But looking at the edge, this is the thing that you want to pay most attention to, is your edge. And if that edge is uneven, right, that actually has a really nice edge on it already. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little touch up. But if you start seeing like jagged portions of your blade, then you probably should consider replacing the blade. But this mower is only like a few years old, so we shouldn't have any issues with it just yet, which is a good thing. But we break out the drill and the grinder, and I'll show you what I do to sharpen mine. Got the handy dandy lawnmower blade sharpening kit. Bam! So this is all we're using. This, and then we got a little balancer in here. So this will fit into your drill. It's kind of at the angle that you would sharpen at. So we're going to go ahead and hook this up. I've tried different ways, holding it on a bench, bracing it down on a workbench. It really hasn't benefited me one way or another. Having it on a bench, I think holding it in my hand has been the best for me. But make sure you're wearing your PPE and protect your hands, protect your eyes. And then we're just going to run this right along. Here, let me show a little bit of a close-up. So you can see that there's a groove in there. And actually, I think I mentioned this, but it's actually on the inside because you've got this flat metal piece that will go against the flat back of the mower blade. And then this is kind of contours at the angle that it's going to sharpen the blade. Just freshened it up a little bit. Ooh, baby. So I'm kind of a fanatic when it comes to sharpening knives and everything. Like anytime my wife needs a knife sharpened, I'm like on it in seconds. I'm in there, grabbing the sharpener, going at it. I think it needs a little bit of work on the end, so I'm gonna get that a little bit. Almost forgot. Oh yeah. Oh, stop playing. I like to play. Whew. Goodness. So that's good. So we're gonna get this one, same thing, and then we'll put them back together. I don't know this for sure, guys, but this appears to be weights on here. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know for sure. I'll keep an eye on that. But if one of those is missing, you might be in trouble. I don't know though. That's just an observation. But just like the other one that faced the grass, this one actually says to this side facing the deck of the mower. Right there, can you see it? And by the way, guys, like if you are to the point where your blade edge is all jagged, or you're thinking about maybe getting it professionally sharpened, just buy a new blade. If it's jacked up enough to where you've got like peaks and valleys in your blade, you're just better off buying another one, because what is it going to cost you to sharpen one versus just going and buying a brand new one? The cost differential is probably not that much, and you probably have better performance from a new blade anyway. So you're better off just buying a new blade if your blade is kind of to the point where it's beyond repair. Goodness, I'm cutting some grass like. She ready. All right, so let's check for balance. It's a little. That's pretty good. Just flip it over. I like to do both sides. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks pretty good. Let me stop it from rocking. Yep, it's pretty good on that one. Check this one. That one looks like it might be a little. Okay, no, we're good. Just try to stop it. Yep, we're good. All right. Good to go. All right, so now that that's done, I'm gonna put this back, upper blade facing the deck. So just gonna put these on in reverse. And these things are, if you have an Ego mower, these screws are slotted, or I should say the blade is slotted, so you see where you've got kind of a diamond shape there, and that blade is gonna fit in there. So just make sure that you're actually locked into those grooves. It's pretty difficult to get that wrong though, but just to make sure that you don't have anything that kind of comes off, is off kilter, if you will. So this is going to face the grass like that. You've got a washer, and that's also slotted. It's kind of got a flat top to it on the circle, so that will go in alignment with the flat top on the shaft of the blade attachment. And so like I said, we're going to go in reverse on all this. So we're going to put the middle, we're going to cinch down the middle nut first. And I'm not a believer in cinching down everything really tight. I just kind of get it a little tight. That way things will go on a little more evenly. If something is off, it's usually easier to get everything flush if you're not completely tight on one screw before you get the other ones on. So I like to just do everything kind of in succession. Get those fairly tight. And we'll come back to this middle bolt, or middle nut. Should get my torque wrench out, but I'm not that crazy. I mean, I am a little obsessed, so I wouldn't put it past me to use a torque wrench. But that's why my channel is Obsessed Turf, right? All right, so this is pretty much done. I'll try to put a little bit down there. All right. Do one more shot on the middle nut, just for good measure. I don't want to over tighten these, but you don't want the vibration to loosen them up too much. So there we go. So guys, we are ready. That's it. That is really all there is to it for sharpening the mower blades. That took me all of 10-15 minutes, but it is well worth it. It's well worth fighting the urge to go out and mow the lawn before you have your blades sharpened. Is it going to be in the world? No, but try to get your blades sharpened before your first mow. I'm probably going to have a little time to knock one out tomorrow. Hope you guys found some good information on this and found it helpful. If you got any questions, any advice, any input, things that you're doing, I'd love to hear from you. Just shoot them in the comments below. But thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.